But if he comes out as gay, good on him.
Be good for your vlog.
I would love to have a gay guy in my
gay
vlogs.
character.
Holy cow.
Okay, so I'm sure you guys heard that David Dobrik posted another apology after his first apology wasn't very well received. And I see a lot of reactions to this apology, and for the most part, it is a well-received apology. There's good parts about it and bad parts about it, but I feel like some of the things he says in this apology is typical YouTuber manipulation and just straight out lies. So I want to preface the reaction to this apology video with a couple of clips that just give you an idea of the type of person that we're dealing with. Then we'll jump into the reaction. Before we do that, I want to let you know we're giving away a PlayStation 5. All you got to do is follow me on Instagram and turn on my notifications on Instagram. And with that being said, take a listen to this very first interview with David Dobrik.
But if he comes out as gay, good on him.
Be good for your vlog.
I would love to have a gay guy in my
gay
vlogs.
character.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
But he'd actually have to be gay. I don't want like some fake gay.
Yeah, you want like a real gay.
Like the real thing.
Yeah.
Like the guy who will fucking make out with a dude on command, who will take him back and have a good time with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A gay guy. That's the thing about my vlogs.
Got good taste in shoes.
I'm missing an Asian. Like a funny, like...
There's Asian guys that live across the hall. What happened to them?
Yeah, there were these Asian guys that knocked on our door. They're like, hey, if you ever need Asians in the vlogs. And these guys were like the perfect Asians. I'm like, hell yeah. You guys seem like you got it. But yeah, and a gay guy in my vlogs, which I would love.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have that whole thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, there we go. First we're starting off with
No!
It's not racist, that's like the sounds I hear when they talk.
No, it's not racist as long as I keep saying no.
Oh, okay. We're doing
No! This one has Hello Kitty on it, and it says it in English, so I trust it. I love the taste of crayons.
I give this one 5 sushi rolls out of 8.
No!
What?
I know, I just have to keep saying no.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're gonna try this one.
I think it's called Don't Eat This Game.
No, it's called donut biscuits. You're messed up.
I'm gonna try more.
If you guys have candy from other countries,
Feel free to send them our way and we'll make offensive jokes about them.
thank you guys so much.
All of this was a joke. We didn't taste anything.
What?
No, but all of this was a joke. We don't actually know Japanese as convincing as we sound.
I'm sorry I made so many Japanese jokes. Oh, I should tell them in Japanese. Not so much.
David! Description below.
Hi guys, it's 1:45 in the morning and I'm finally by myself, which I know doesn't sound that crazy to be by yourself at 1:45 in the morning, but this week's been pretty hectic and there have been a lot of people around telling me what to do, giving me advice, trying to help me, most importantly, and that was a lot, and now I just wanna be able to do this and just shoot straight into the camera and just talk to you guys. I've put myself in a lot of situations where I've needed to apologize for my past actions, and I've never done this correctly, and I've never done this respectfully, and
Right away, I'm getting this vibe that he's sitting down saying, okay, my first apology wasn't well received, for deflecting the blame upon other people. I need to go about this in a different manner. So the manner he's going to be going in order to at least somehow redeem himself for the horrible things that have been said about him is taking full accountability and responsibility.
my last video is a testament to that. I don't want to defend that video. I don't want to delete that video. I just want to be clear. What this video isn't going to be...
Wait, what?
And my last video is a testament to that. I don't want to defend that video. I don't want to delete that video. I just want to be clear. What this video isn't going to...
So you see, right away, he came out and he's like, okay, my last video wasn't very well received, and I'm not going to defend the fact that it wasn't well received. It seems like he's just shuffling through responses until he gets a good reaction from his community. At least that's what I'm getting so far.
In a lot of situations where I've needed to apologize for my past actions, and I've never done this correctly, and I've never done this respectfully, and my last video is a testament to that. I don't want to defend that video. I don't want to delete that video. I just want to be clear. What this video isn't going to be is it's not going to be me discrediting Trisha, Kat, or any other woman involved. I'm going to be using words that may trigger some survivors, and that's just so I don't explain anything vaguely and I can explain every situation appropriately. I want to start this video off by saying I fully believe the woman who came out against Dom and said she was by him, as was reported.
Well, obviously, like, dude, no, you were there. You know, you were there for the entire situation. Of course you believe her. Of course. You were watching this woman get force-fed alcohol despite being completely underage. And again, we have a whole video on it, but that's a given, is what I'm saying.
The next day, I got consent to post the video. Even though I got the consent to post that video, I should have never posted it. And what I understand now, and I didn't understand before, is that she sent that text because she felt like she had to, not because she wanted to. And that's fucked up. And I'm sorry. When she later reached out a couple months later to take the video down, I immediately took it down. And I want to apologize to her and her friends for ever putting them in an environment that I enabled that made them feel like their safety and values were compromised. I'm so sorry. I was completely disconnected from the fact that when people were invited to film videos with us, especially videos that relied on shock for views or whatever it was, that I was creating an unfair power dynamic. I did not know this before. It was
okay, give me a break, bro. Like, come on, give me a break. You're David Dobrik. People know the level of celebrity that you have. You know the level of celebrity you have. You put your friends in many uncomfortable situations in order to create this content, which does work. I understand going out and getting these pieces of content that will get a ton of clicks, which turn into a ton of views, which turn into a ton of money. I understand it. I do it, but obviously for a lesser extreme, you know, so I understand. But saying that you didn't know you were creating an unfair power dynamic where people felt pressured to do specific things that they didn't want to do just doesn't sound very realistic. It sounds like you just got caught and now you're apologizing because you got caught.
Completely wrong, and I wish I was more responsible, and I wish I was more aware at the time, and I'm so sorry I missed that. I didn't know what was going on in that room, and I should have been. I should have been there, and I should have been making sure that everybody involved was taken care of and wasn't uncomfortable. I don't want to...
Wait, hold on. Did you just say he didn't know what was going on in that room? Wasn't he the one filming? Wasn't he poking his head into the room? There's literally a video of him poking his head into the room to see what Dom is doing with those two other women, and then coming out and laughing. So that's another lie. And I'm just trying to go about this objectively. I defended him in terms of understanding that you need to go and create these extreme situations in order to make this content. So I understood that. But this is a lie. You were there. You knew what was going on. And as a matter of fact, you say in the very beginning that you're hoping that something is going to go down between Dom and these other girls. Literally, you say it in the very beginning of the content. The whole premise of this was this endeavor that Dom was going on.
I use buzzwords to try to justify this or explain this, but all I can say is people felt like they had to be silent for the sake of my video, and that's not right, and it's fucked up, and I'm sorry. I also want to acknowledge the women that spoke out against Dom in 2018. I'm talking about Allie, and then I'm talking about other girls that address their problems privately or publicly. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you guys. I am sorry that I took Dom's word for what happened in those certain situations, and I didn't believe you. And not only did I not believe you, but I made a joke of what kind of a person Dom was, because I couldn't wrap my head around a childhood friend of mine doing this to people and actually hurting people, and I'm sorry for that. Not only did I...
What did you think was going on when Dom took these like two girls into a secluded room despite them being inebriated? What do you think was going to happen? You know, do you think they were going to get together and like make some hot cocoa and play some checkers against each other while they're inebriated? Come on.
I discredit you, Allie, but I platformed Dom. And not only did I platform Dom, but I platformed the subject of sex in a negative way where I made jokes about it, and I reinforced that kind of behavior. And I'm so sorry, and I really let not only you down, but a lot of people down, a lot of people that watch me. And my friends and family for that. I made the decision to no longer film with Dom in 2019, and I'm not saying my content has been brilliant since then, but that's when I first started taking into account the power dynamic and what influence I had on people that I was filming with. But what I didn't do is I didn't go back to any of these women and apologize. I kind of moved on and I learned from it and I grew from it, but I didn't address the situation with these women. I'm not talking publicly.
All right, so I kind of understand this part because, yeah, if you're David Dobrik, you don't want to come and say, hey, this horrible thing happened. I want to make sure everyone knows that this happened to me. This vlog, this horrible incident took place, and I'm sorry for it. Because no person's going to do that. Of course, I could understand him coming out and saying, hey, I made a mistake. I'm going to try to learn from it. I'm going to try to never replicate it again, and I'm going to try to move on. I think that is a very human thing to do. It's not right, but it is human. So this is the part that I'm kind of sketchy about because it sounds like he's about to break into tears.
I'm saying even privately, I didn't reach out to any of these people, and that breaks my heart knowing that I was doing all this stuff and I was making all this content while there was people that were still really hurt by what I made before my content shifted to be.
What? So here's the thing that I want to get your take on. Do you think he's being sincere over here when he's starting to break into like sadness? Bear in mind, this is a guy known for like scripting his vlogs.
Didn't address the situation with these women. I'm not talking publicly, I'm saying even privately. I didn't reach out to any of these people. And that breaks my heart knowing that I was doing all this stuff and I was making all this content while there was people that were still really hurt by what I made before my content shifted.
So yeah, I mean, I really don't buy that. I really don't buy that. You had to have known. You had to have known that literally he's caught. There's an interview of David Dobrik laughing at how hysterical the prank he pulled on Seth is, and even reveling in how funny it is that this is going to affect him additionally because he's from Compton and that behavior is not condoned in Compton.
But what Seth didn't know is that I replaced Corinna with Jason. So Jason was under the mask. And everyone in the room's like, this isn't going to work.
Everyone's out.
As he's leaning in, I'm like, fuck yeah, I got it. It's game over. It's in the bag.
I sit down, I put my hand on Seth's knee, and I put my hand behind his back and start rubbing his back and squeezing his knee. And then he
just leans in and just goes at it.
I slip him the tongue first.
With tongue, they start making out. And at this point, we're like 5 seconds in, and I'm like, this is it. This is what I wanted. I got what I wanted. I'm out. Like, we can end this. And I'm like, Seth, like, I'm ready to tell him.
He's coming now. He's coming into my mouth with his tongue so hard.
You could tell his tongue is...
Did he grab my ass?
He grabbed your ass. I think I looked up to the ceiling and I'm like, God, what did I do to deserve such beauty?
And I'm sitting there going, David, call it, please.
So playing this whole act of super sensitive guy that truly damaged an individual and feeling really bad about it, I don't buy it. I want to, but I don't buy it. I think he's just trying to give us what we want to hear. And that's the truth. So you could see a guy like that really revels in Seth's pain. I don't think all of a sudden he feels horrible about what he did to a girl. I'm sorry, I just don't buy it. I don't know if that makes me a bad person. Maybe some people do buy it. Maybe some people don't. I don't think this guy does.
Things that were really offensive, and I called them bad jokes, and I can't even call them bad jokes. And it was cowardly of me to say in my last apology that I missed the mark, because it's fucking gross, and I'm sorry. A lot of people
Sounds like he just read someone's reaction to what he said in his apology and just took what he said and is like kind of jumping on the bandwagon of hating on himself and hating on his own apology. That's at least what I'm getting.
Out to me saying cancel culture is bullshit and you need to fight back and you need to call people out, and I don't agree with how this should be taken at all. And I think when there is a crisis, there's a serious opportunity to correct yourself, to learn and improve, and to make sure those mistakes don't happen again. And that's why it is so important to hold yourself accountable. And I think with this situation, there's a lot I can look at and there's a lot I can learn from, but there's a lot of mistakes that I made, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for everybody I've let down. I'm sorry to my family, and I'm sorry to my friends that I've embarrassed and that that this won't happen again. I'm gonna take a short break from all the social media stuff because I realize there's a serious lack of infrastructure when I make any kind of content, and I want.
So here's the thing. At this point, you might be wondering, okay, if you don't think this is a sincere apology, what do you expect? Well, what David does in this break to kind of clear his name is pretty much how I'm going to be judging him moving forward. And I'm expecting him to try to make strides in awareness for these types of issues.
I want to be able to have a place of checks and balances. I want to have HR, and I want to be able to have people communicate discomfort in a way that's comfortable to them, and where they don't feel like their emotions or what they're doing or how they're acting is compromised. It doesn't feel right to go back to posting like I have been, and it also doesn't feel right to go dark because I love what I do. But I think it is important to show that change is possible, and that I'm learning, maybe even forgiveness is possible. I want to use this opportunity to step up and own my mistakes, and like I said before, I've never done apology the right way, and I'm sure I'm going to look back at this and I'm going to be pissed at some things that I didn't say, or I wish I could have added more, but this is my beginning to that, and I'm sorry for everybody that I hurt. I also want to add that I'm making myself available to anyone that wants to reach out that I've hurt in the past. I want to be able to hear and understand from yourselves, and I'll be reaching out on my own to some people because I still have a lot of learning to do, and I think when you talk to other people, especially about experiences like this, it really helps you see things in a different way. But yeah, I'm sorry if this video was all over the place. I just wanted to sit and talk and ramble, and I really truly hope that someone can take something away from this experience, that another creator can take away from this. And I know it feels, because I know how crazy it felt to me that there was some sort of toxicity or some sort of power dynamic in my friend group. But really just take the moment, especially when creating content that you're trying to get viewership out of, or you're trying to get laughs out of, like really take a moment and look at where the jokes end and where the feelings begin, because I think that's so incredibly important.
I think he's more saddened about what's happening to his reputation than he is about the damage he has truly caused. I do think this is a way better apology, and I do hope he does continue to make strides to ensure things like this never happen again. Because I don't mean to quote Spider-Man, but like, with great power does come great responsibility, and David has great power. He has the ability to clout people up and make people do things that the average human being wouldn't do in order to make it in his vlogs and his videos. So I don't really know how I feel about this apology. I don't know if I really think it's a sincere apology. I don't think he should be canceled. I never think any person should get canceled for a mistake they made, because I do believe in a human's ability to learn from their mistakes. But that's my take on the situation. I'm honestly going to judge him based on how he handles this moving forward once this fizzles out. In 2 years from now, in 3 years from now, how are you going to act moving forward? Are you going to make any strides to help this community and shine a light on women that have been mistreated like this, so this cannot happen again, or happen at least a little less? Let me know what you guys think about his apology in the comment section down below. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.